I always thought second chances were just something from the movies. You know, music playing, flowers, a sparkle in the eyes. But in real life? A second chance is when a man takes your heavy bag after work and says, "Sit down, I'll make dinner." Ross was exactly that kind of man. No fluff, just quiet kindness in everything he did. He adored my little boy, Lucas, from the very start. Played dinosaurs with him, carried him on his shoulders, and always asked at the store, what would Lucas want? And I almost let myself believe I'd finally gotten lucky. Maybe I was just tired. Tired of being strong, of doing it all alone. I didn't need roses. I just wanted someone to stay. That night, we were sitting in my tiny kitchen. Under the soft kitchen light, Ross pulled out a ring. We got engaged right there between the laundry basket and the leftovers. That same week, he said the words that really shook me. "Kate, I'm tired of only seeing you on weekends. I want to come home to you. And Lucas. Every single day. Move in with me." "What about your mom? Didn't you say you live with her?" "I do," he sighed. "But it's temporary. I've saved up nearly enough for a house. She didn't want me wasting money on rent." He smiled. "But she's sweet. You'll like her." I didn't say anything. Something in me twitched, but I chalked it up to my habit of doubting good things. "I really want this, Kate. To live together. We're already a family. Let's make it official." I looked at him, and I believed him. So, we packed our things, and we moved into his mother's house. But you know what they say about the past? It doesn't knock on your door. It's already standing on the porch, holding a tray of cookies and smiling like nothing ever happened. Because my future Emil turned out to be a woman from my past. I should have known something was off the second we pulled into the driveway. The front door opened before we even knocked. Oh God. It's her. Cynthia. My breath caught. I hadn't seen that face in 5 years, not since I was pregnant with Lucas. That was the last time she tried to ruin my life. But there she was. Hair perfectly pinned. That same smug little brooch. And that smile, like she didn't remember a damn thing. But I remembered everything. "Mom, this is Kate, and Lucas," Ross said proudly. "Kate, this is my mother, Cynthia." We stared at each other for a heartbeat too long. "Lovely to meet you," she said, her voice sugary and stiff. "You too," I replied, forcing a smile so wide my cheeks hurt. Lucas waved. "Hi." Cynthia bent slightly. "Hello, dear. What a big boy you are." Fake. All of it. Like a staged play, we didn't rehearse. Ross led us inside, carrying bags like a hero. Cynthia showed Lucas to a corner of the living room where she'd set up some old toys. I followed, still not breathing right. "I've gotta run," Ross said suddenly, checking his watch. Emergency meeting came up. "Kate, settle in, and ask Mom if you need anything. She'll help with whatever." "Sure. We'll be just fine." He kissed me on the cheek, ruffled Lucas's hair, and was gone before I could even blink. And then it was quiet. Lucas plopped down with a toy truck. I turned to Cynthia. She spoke first. "Well. Isn't this rich?" "Yeah. Didn't expect to see your face ever again." She smiled. Not kindly. "Oh, honey. Neither did I." Imagine my surprise when my younger son brings home his perfect woman, and it's the same girl who nearly ruined my older son's life. I clenched my jaw. Your older son ruined mine. Let's not rewrite history. You were pregnant, unmarried, and clinging to him like a barnacle. He was the father of my child. And he still is. Cynthia raised a brow. And now you're sleeping in my house. With my other son. How poetic. I didn't know Ross was Andrew's brother. He never mentioned him. Said his brother lived abroad most of his life. Business school in London. He wanted a real future. Unlike some. I took a breath. This isn't about the past. Ross and I love each other. He's part of my life now. Of Lucas's life. And I suppose now you'll take both my sons. You're twisting this. Ross and I didn't plan it that way. Oh, sweetheart. I'm not worried. You won't be around long. Excuse me? Cynthia leaned in, eyes narrowed. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure Ross sees you for who you are. And when he does, he'll walk out on you just like Andrew did. I'm not that girl anymore. And this time, I have nothing to hide. She laughed out loud. Oh, but I do. You're in my house now. And while I can't exactly kick you out without upsetting my precious Ross, I can still set rules. I felt my spine stiffen. What kind of rules? You'll pay rent. Cash. Monthly. Quietly. Ross won't know a thing. You want me to pay to live here? With your grandson? I want to see how much you really want this. And maybe, just maybe, you'll take the hint and leave. I was stunned. Shaken. But not destroyed. Fine. I'll pay. For now. My voice was steady, but inside, I was unraveling. I didn't yet know how to make sense of any of it, how to fit that twisted reunion into my life, how to explain it to Ross without shattering everything we'd built. Until I figured it out. I had no choice but to pay the rent. And survive under the same roof with the woman who once tried to break me. She wasn't finished yet. The first few days were, politely tense. I cooked dinner, cleaned, and got up earlier just to avoid using Cynthia's bathroom. I tried. Because I felt guilty. I knew it wouldn't be forever. We'd move into our own home soon. And before that happened, I'd find the right way to tell him everything. But Cynthia was playing a different game. Day by day, her little games turned into full-on sabotage. One evening, Ross stepped out of the closet holding his favorite tie, the one I gave him for his birthday. Kate, is this a joke? I turned around. The tie had been cut into little flower shapes. Like something out of a kid's art project. What happened? I asked, genuinely confused. Did Lucas do this? He doesn't even know where you keep it. And this isn't his style. He cuts out dinosaurs, not perfect circles. Mom said she saw him in our bedroom with scissors. And then he held up the project, flowers from the tie glued onto cardboard. Scribbled in crayon. To Mom, from Lucas. I said nothing. What could I say? Then came the shirt. Crisp, white, laid out for a major meeting. His favorite. I'd ironed it the night before. By morning, it had a big brown scorch mark. Sweetheart, why didn't you tell me? Ross asked. Not accusing, just tired. I stayed silent. The words lodged in my throat. But I saw Ross start to change. He grew quieter. More distant. The final blow came when he stayed home sick, high fever, sore throat, important video call scheduled. I promised to keep the house quiet. We tiptoed all morning. Until Cynthia stormed down the hall like a marching band. Ross. Her voice could have raised the dead. She broke my sewing machine. Ross flung open the door. I stood in the hallway, holding Lucas's hand. What happened? I saw her touching it. I left the needle in place, and now it's jammed. That machine's been with me since the 80s. I didn't touch it, I said. I swear. You've ruined it, like everything else. Even my son. That's enough. Ross barked. I'd never heard that tone from him before. He turned back into the room, grabbed his phone, muted his mic, and then looked straight at me. I asked you to move in because I believed you were the one. I thought we'd build a warm, safe home together. But instead, it's just tension. Broken things. Misunderstandings. Ross. Just tell me one thing. Why are you doing this? What did I do to deserve it? And then, the truth spilled out on its own. I didn't want to say anything, but you have to know. I didn't just meet your mom yesterday. She's my ex-mother-in-law. What? Your brother. Andrew. He's Lucas' father. We were together. I was pregnant when she convinced him I wasn't good enough. She pushed me out of that life, and I was left with nothing. He staggered back a step like I'd slapped him. You're telling me, my brother left you pregnant? And my mother helped him do it? You knew who I was? No. I found out only after we moved in. And your mom, she made me pay rent. Every month. So you wouldn't find out. He pressed a hand to his forehead. Sorry. I was trying to find out how to tell you. We were so happy. I was so scared of ruining us. I need to think. He closed the door. And I closed in on myself. 3 days of silence. Ross worked, ate, and slept in his office. Lucas tiptoed around the house like it was made of glass. And me? I waited. Folded laundry. Made meals no one touched. Stared at a packed suitcase under the bed. I'd stopped hoping for a talk. Cynthia hadn't. She came into the kitchen that morning, smug as ever, sipping tea. Well, it's rent day. So, what will it be, dear? Keep paying and enjoy the cold shoulder? Or leave like you should have done years ago? I stood up slowly and looked her straight in the eyes. You'll regret this one day, Cynthia. You're not just pushing me out. You're losing a grandson. And if you keep going, you'll lose both your sons, too. Because the truth always shows up. Oh, please. I protected my family then, and I'm doing it again. You were never meant to be part of it. You don't get to rewrite history, Cynthia. You made your choice 5 years ago. And now you're doing it again, pushing away love just to protect your ego. I turned to grab my bag. And then Ross stood in the doorway, hair messy, but eyes clear. Actually, I've got news. I bought the house. Cynthia blinked. What? I'm moving out. Today. She stepped forward. Ross. No, he said firmly. I love you. You're my mom. But you've done some ugly things, and I can't let them keep shaping my life. Not anymore. He looked at me. I was angry. Hurt. But I've had time to think. And I realized something. You didn't break my trust. You gave me family. He reached for my hand. I want a home. With both of you. And Kate, if I'm gonna be Lucas' dad, you'd better be nice to me. Because the past? It's behind us now. Even if it hurt like hell getting here. I smiled. For real, that time. Cynthia stood frozen. And we walked out. Together. No more secrets, no more rent. Just love and a new beginning. Write in the comments what you think about this story and subscribe to our channel D-Damn Mix.